Pocket-sized on the outside, a surprisingly large nib on the inside. Today we're going to see if this concept actually works on paper by looking at the Esterbrook Niblet Nouveau. Hello, my name is Chris and this is Writing Delight. The Niblet Nouveau from Esterbrook comes in a small cardboard box. Inside there's a small felt sleeve. This holds a fountain pen and an ink cartridge. Beneath that hides a QR code for registering the writing instrument. Let's take the pen in hand and look at it more closely. The uncompromising meaty format is immediately apparent here. The colorful pattern is slightly different on every pen, making each one unique. On the side of the cap there's a fine gold-colored engraving. The Esterbrook logo is embedded on the top of the cap. There's no classic clip. Instead, a small gold-colored attachment prevents it from rolling off the desk. If we uncap the pen now, an unexpectedly large nib is revealed. It sits on a long grip section which is decorated with a gold-colored ring. A quick look through the microscope first shows us the fine engraving on the cap. Then we look at the installed stainless steel nib in size F. The tipping is cleanly ground and the nib as a whole is very well crafted. Uncapped, the pen sits so short in the hand that it doesn't rest properly at the back. Writing longer text is not comfortable in this state, at least with my large hands. With the cap posted on the back, however, it's long enough. It rests on the hand, albeit just barely, and sits well in the hand overall. Let's take a look at the size comparison. I have the Niblet here with the Visconti Homo sapiens, the Diplomat Viper, the Pelikan M800 Blue, the Staedtler Initium Corium and the Lamy Safari. Whether capped, uncapped or posted, the Niblet is by far the shortest pen here. Later in the video there will be a second comparison, this time with models from the somewhat more compact class. Before we get into the writing test, let's take a quick look inside. The Niblet works with standard international converters. If you place the long version next to it, you can clearly see that it's simply too long. A short converter, however, fits perfectly in terms of dimensions. Unscrewing the pen reveals exactly one of these was already inside. In the writing test, the remarkably large F-nib for this pen performs very pleasantly. It lies smoothly and provides a nice, clear feedback. With a little pressure, a slight line variation can be achieved. The ink I'm using here is Herbin Bleu de Profondeurs. It is generally fun to write with this small pen and its prominent nib. The writing feel is extremely pleasant, especially for an F-nib. In the second comparison, we look at the direct competitors among the shorter models. I have here the Black Forest Pen Rhombus, the Ottoed Design 05, the Online Bohemian Art, the Waldmann Liberty and the Pelikan M100 Stormtrooper. Capped, the Niblet remains the shortest. Uncapped, it's on par with the Waldmann Liberty and slightly ahead of the Design 05. Posted, the Design 05 is still smaller. With the Black Forest pen, posting is not possible due to its design. Posted, the Niblet is then minimally shorter than the Waldmann. Before we go to my conclusion, here are the technical specifications again. As always, you can find them down in the video description. The Esterbrook Niblet Nouveau lives off its successful contrast. It is compact for the pocket, but delivers the commanding feel of a surprisingly large nib when writing. The fact that only a short converter fits is not a really hindrance in everyday life, but simply physically necessary given these dimensions. The writing experience more than makes up for this limitation anyway. The F-nib impresses with an excellent balance of smooth gliding and noticeable feedback. A truly beautiful fountain pen that brings a lot of joy, not only visually but also functionally. Many of these compact pens don't have such a large nib. Are such large nibs a must for you, or do you prefer smaller nibs? I hope this insight was helpful to you. If you are interested in such details, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, see you next time.